It's like every now and then you'll have, a Christmas, good Christmas we enjoy. I had a great Christmas.
That's wonderful. I'm really glad you did.
Time with, once again, kith and kin.
You're so good.
And now we close that up, and we won't say that again until next year.
I bet we can find a way.
It's the middle of July. How are your kith and kin? Quick look outside, and here we go. We've got a mild start of the day at 62 in Chattanooga, 58 in Cleveland, 61 degrees in Dalton, 57 in Murphy, North Carolina. Not much fog out there right now. We did have some in McMinn County. Looks like it's beginning to clear out a bit. And overall, a pretty mild day all around. We're going to have some on-again, off-again light sprinkles here and there. Temperatures in the low 60s throughout the afternoon. Pretty much the same tomorrow with rain in the morning. We'll have details cooling down and drying out toward the end of the week. I'll have all of that coming up in just a moment.
Thank you so much. Well, topping your news this morning, first responders work to protect their neighbors every day of the year. That means the holidays, including Christmas, because they're no different.
Yeah, no, for many, we're coming out of the end of a difficult year, and it's just over 1 month since the Woodmore bus crash that killed 6 children.
Now, these firefighters were the first responders on the day of that crash back in November. And this weekend, they reunited to visit many of the families with a special edition of the Santa train.
Be a small part of bringing a smile to the faces of some of those kids who were involved in their families. They've been through a lot and lost a lot.
It was special for us to go out and reconnect with some of the people that we had seen and see the progress of some of the healing that's happened.
Seeing improvement for many of the injured children reminds these firefighters why they love their jobs, even while working the holiday.
Well, those in need are always in the hearts of the community, especially during the holidays. And this Christmas was no different. Channel
3 Eyewitness News reporter Tanisha Cordell spoke to some volunteers at the community kitchen yesterday who say giving back is what brings them the most joy on Christmas.
About 100 volunteers spent Christmas making sure everyone who walked through these doors left with full stomachs and a little Christmas cheer.
The community kitchen was in full swing as people filled the cafeteria for a special holiday feast. Volunteers helped serve hot meals and brought smiles to those who may have spent the holiday alone.
The people are so appreciative, and I had no idea, lived here all my life and had no idea what a blessing it is to be here with these precious people.
This is the first time Deborah Taylor and Rhonda Spence have ever volunteered at the community kitchen. A humbling experience they say makes them appreciate the ups and downs they've faced this year.
My daddy died a month ago, and I've been battling cancer for 4 years, and I just learned I was in remission in October. So this is a very big blessing to be able to get back.
To be here.
To be able to be here is a blessing.
A mentality everyone can relate to.
All the volunteers here are all blessed, and so am I.
It's what organizers say makes the annual dinner special.
Every year there's something unique that makes it Christmas, and mostly it's just the energy, the feeling, and the love that is spread throughout Christmas Day.
And why volunteers look forward to helping in any way possible.
I'm hooked. After today, I want to come back and just enjoy being with the other volunteers and enjoy doing this. It's a wonderful thing, if anybody's never done it, to come down here and just see.
If you or anyone you know needs a place to stay tonight, the Community Kitchen's night shelter is open. Now, it'll run until March. In Chattanooga, Tanisha Cordell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, very cool. Well, Christmas now behind us, obviously. Many are expected to travel back home this week, starting today, really.
I did it last night. But AAA says it could be a record-breaking year for travel. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pham is back and tells us what you need to know if you plan on traveling today. Good morning, Tim. What do we need to know?
Hey, good morning to you guys. You can see behind me on the interstate that traffic is still moving pretty smoothly here on this Monday morning near the 75-24 split. And that's actually because many people probably still off from work, some of us at work obviously this morning, but the holiday travel season started on December 23rd, which was on Friday, and runs all of this week, ending on January 2nd. That's when AAA says you can expect some busy travel throughout this week, whether that be by on the roads or by air. They say it will be busy. Many will travel by air, but again, they say most will travel by car this holiday season. They say the vast majority of travelers, to be exact, 93.6 million people will take a holiday road trip. That's an increase of 1.5% over the last year. And some good news for those people on the roads. GDOT and TDOT are delaying construction and lane closures for easier and safer travel.
We travel 3-4 times a year, and usually the roads through here are pretty good. Even if they have construction, there's hardly any backup.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation says they're also opening some lane closures on the interstate and state highways. And here locally, TDOT says more than 2 million drivers are expected to be on the roads this week, meaning it will be busy if you are heading back home in the Tennessee Valley. And, no major incidents to report or backups from the weekend. Many people traveling seem to be just still in that holiday spirit, ready to get back home or to their holiday destinations, wherever that may be. Reporting live in Chattanooga, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. I know a lot of people trying to get out of their in-laws' house as quickly as possible, so don't go too fast. Still be aware, be safe, and get wherever you're going safely. Tim, thank you very much. Well, if you're wondering what to do with your Christmas tree after the holidays, no worries. People living in Hamilton County, they can recycle their Christmas trees at any of the county's 5 recycling centers. There's a designated space outside the gate to drop off Christmas trees at any hour of the day. The county's highway department uses them to make mulch for walking trails, landscaping, and landfill ground cover. You can also pick up mulch at the highway department on Standifer Gap Road for free. We have all of those locations posted on our website, wrcbtv.com.
A bittersweet update to pass along to you. A beloved Grundy County coach who was battling cancer passed away last night, but he was able to fulfill one last wish by reuniting with his daughter for Christmas. Brian McDowell, or also known as Coach Mac, was admitted to Vanderbilt University on Wednesday. Now, money was tight for their family, and his daughter lives in Canada. So, with the help of friends and family, they were able to raise enough money for passport fees and other travel expenses, so Coach Mac's daughter Gina was able to fly into Nashville on Friday to see him one last time. We interviewed her last week about how important it was to see her father.
I don't even know if words could express what it would mean to me to be able to, to see my father and to give him a hug and let him know, how much I love him.
Now, his daughter wrote on Facebook, Coach Mac was able to spend his last Christmas surrounded by friends and family. He was 65.
The mother of an East Hamilton middle school student hit by a car is now suing the driver. Nancy Tomanelli filed a lawsuit on behalf of her 13-year-old son, Daniel. He suffered critical injuries when a car driven by Tamisha Dixon hit him as he got out of the car on Ringgold Road in East Ridge. Daniel spent 3 weeks at a Chattanooga hospital before being taken to a rehabilitation center in Atlanta. The lawsuit states Dixon violated several traffic laws and asked for a jury to hear the case.
Well, hey, if you're an EPB cable customer, you might notice that your bill is going up in just a few days. EPB fiber optics officials have announced a price increase for television channel packages. They say that increase is due to TV networks charging higher rates for their content. The increases will range from an additional $2 to $11. EPB officials say internet and phone prices will stay the same. Time is now 5:38. Coming up on Eyewitness News today, we're going to head outside and check traffic and your weather with David Carnes.
Man, so much bang for your buck. Plus, emergency crews are still searching for clues as what led a plane crash in Russia over the weekend. We're going to take a look at that and more international news headlines when we come back.
And a very good morning. It's a mild start to the day. My goodness, overcast skies in many areas, 62 degrees right now in Chattanooga, 58 in Cleveland, and fog detector pretty quiet right now. We've had some fog in McMinn County. Might see a little bit more popping up through the morning. Southerly winds, clouds, and if you want to get off again, light sprinkles are possible through the day today. Be aware of that as you're standing in line returning all of those ugly ties and ill-fitting sweaters. My goodness, you want to make sure that you are not getting wet standing in line there. Highs today, and if you are returning them to some place that's outdoors, I can understand why you're returning it. A sweater that somebody bought outdoors and you're standing in the rain to return it, it's not good. 63 in Cleveland, 61 in Dalton, 60 in Murphy, and a few of those light showers lingering into tonight. Overnight, another mild start to the day heading into Tuesday morning. A line of light rain moving through about 7 o'clock Tuesday morning, and then we'll begin to clear out on Tuesday afternoon. High of 65 Tuesday as well, and then a little bit cooler on Wednesday. 59 for the high. We'll have even cooler weather by the end of the week. Details in a moment. Right now, here's your up-to-date traffic with John. Good morning.
David, good morning. Welcome back. 5:43 on this Monday morning. Let's take a live look outside. Not a whole lot going on. That's just for now. People expected to be hitting those roads. AAA calling it one of the busiest travel times of the year. So, of course, that volume is going to pick up. But no accidents to report right now. And we'll let you know how it's going around Hamilton Place as you return to those ugly ties, sweaters, and anything else that you got that you don't like. We'll keep you updated right here on Channel 3. Well, in Russia, emergency crews scoured the Black Sea for signs of debris and remains from a military plane that crashed Sunday morning with 92 people on board. Investigators said they are looking into every possible cause for that crash, including a terror attack. The Tu-154 plane belonging to the Defensive Ministry crashed into the Black Sea 2 minutes after takeoff from the Russian city of Sochi.
Well, sad news this morning as singer George Michael died at the age of 53.
An English singer, songwriter, and record producer, he rose to fame as a member of the music duo Wham! His musical style has been described as dance pop with a soul influence. Michael sold more than 100 million records worldwide. 5:44 and coming up on Eyewitness News today, we'll check this morning's top national news headlines.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up on the Today Show.
Coming up on the Today Show, it's the fastest growing app on social media. 12 million uploads a day to Musical.ly. It's huge with teens, including the Perkins sisters.
I'm Danny. I'm Devin. And we're going to teach you how to make the ultimate Musical.ly.
Coming up on the Today Show.
Well, as you travel for vacation this time of year, high-tech thieves are looking to get your private information in some very public places.
Yes, NBC's Jolene Kent explains.
At the mall, on the beach, and at the airport, free Wi-Fi networks and charging ports are everywhere. But these public places are popular targets for hackers. RSA's Kayvon Alakani showed us how hackers do it. He set up an unauthorized, insecure Wi-Fi network at the airport and called it Airport Wi-Fi. Within minutes, 15 travelers around us logged on, not realizing it was an unofficial, insecure connection.
We have a malicious hotspot here. You're punching in what you think is going to be a safe username and password.
It seems all very innocent. Now it says I've been hacked.
And just like that, your data is gone. And those helpful charging stations are also prime targets. It's called juice jacking. When you plug your phone into a USB port, a prompt comes up asking if you trust the connection. So many just say yes, but beware.
Unbeknownst to you, this USB port is actually connected to a system where a cyber criminal is looking at your device.
I realized somebody was trying to enter my computer.
Jerome Phillips was hacked at the St. Louis airport. His first worry, his financial data.
You don't know what the bank's response is going to be, and your mind races.
So how can you protect yourself? Experts say don't charge in a USB port, use a plug. Be wary of pop-up prompts, be skeptical of generic network names, and use a virtual private network.
Less is more. Slow down. Be more cautious.
And dare to be disconnected, putting your phone down to keep your defenses up. Jolene Kent, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Well, a state of emergency has been declared for a town in southeast Michigan after a massive sinkhole opened up. Residents from nearly 24 homes have been forced to evacuate after officials say the sinkhole partially collapsed one home. Now, it began forming on Friday night and believed it started because of a sewer failure 60 feet below that damaged home. They say engineers are working to find a solution as portions of roads and power lines are starting to cave in as well. It's unclear just how big that sinkhole is.
In the Midwest, ice and snow wreaked havoc on Christmas Day. It was a wet and soggy Christmas in eastern Iowa. It's a random place to talk about. As heavy rains and high winds chilled the air and soaked the roads. In South Dakota, many areas saw up to 8 inches of snow. Winds reportedly gusted up to 60 miles per hour, causing snow drifts and zero visibility on the roads. 90 miles per hour in downtown Denver. Forecasters say the blizzard conditions will likely continue into today.
Well, shoppers will be rushing back to stores today.
Yeah, the day after Christmas is one of the biggest shopping days of the year. Shoppers are out looking for bargains and returning items that were not naughty or nice enough to keep. Not naughty enough to keep. Giggity.
Hey, I don't know, I didn't write it.
Oh.
Well, today marks the first day of Kwanzaa. The week-long celebration, primarily in the African-American community, honors a different principle each day. Kwanzaa continues through New Year's Day.
5:51 coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News today. We'll take a final look at traffic this hour and see how things are moving on the roadways.
But first, here's meteorologist David Carnes.
Michelle, John, thank you so much. And it's not bad. It's just kind of mild, cloudy, maybe a sprinkle or two as we move through the day. We'll have all of that plus a big cool down late in the week. Details right after this short break on Channel 3 Eyewitness News today. Good morning.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by CHI Memorial Convenient Care. No matter how minor the emergency, we provide trusted urgent care for every bump, bruise, cold, or cough. Now in Cleveland and Signal Mountain.
Good Monday morning, everyone. The time is 5:55. Let's take a live look outside at your morning commute. If you're up and about, you're not going to run into a lot of problems right now. That's a live picture, 75 at Ottawa. Nothing being reported on our TDOT SmartWay network. And of course, a lot of those construction zones have been cleared throughout Georgia and Tennessee to make traveling a little easier for you on this Monday. We'll continue to keep you updated right here on Channel 3. Now here's David Carnes with a look at the forecast.
Good morning and thank you, John. Cloudy with a few sprinkles out there on and off throughout the day. Unseasonably warm also will be in the mid-60s today and tomorrow, and then we'll begin to cool down as we head toward the end of the week. Fog detector, not much out there. We may see a few patchy areas developing in the next couple of hours. 62 degrees right now in Chattanooga with light winds into the south at 7 miles per hour. Widespread upper 50s and low 60s, 57 Murphy, 62 in Chattanooga. And our satellite and radar showing that front beginning to work its way eastward. As it does, gets closer, we warm up a little bit. We'll have a few light sprinkles developing ahead of that front through the day today and into tonight. And then as the front moves by tomorrow morning, we'll have a few light showers moving through as well. So again, on Vipercast, we go through the afternoon, southerly winds keeping us warm, a few light sprinkles here and there, the heaviest rain to the west. That rain will move through Middle Tennessee tonight, and then by tomorrow morning around 6, 7 o'clock, as that line begins to weaken, we'll have it moving through Chattanooga and bringing us some wet roads for our commute tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, that line is to the east and still some clouds, but high pressure is going to build in and really clear it out on Wednesday, and then especially it'll be a little bit cooler on Wednesday, but a nice shot of colder air is going to move in on Thursday and Friday as highs drop down into the 40s heading into the weekend. Rainfall amounts are going to be very light today and tomorrow morning, about 1/10 to maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain at most. And then that's going to be about it. As we head into the weekend, Friday is going to be a chilly day for you. And then moving into Saturday, it'll start cold in the low 30s on Saturday morning. And then Saturday afternoon, it's going to warm up just in time as we see rain moving in. It'll be in the upper 40s, and that means the precipitation will be a nice cool rain Saturday evening into Saturday night and on into Sunday morning. And then we'll have a few of those showers lingering into Monday for the start of the new year. Next week. 65 degrees for our high today. Warm, cloudy, a few light sprinkles, and then tonight overcast, mild, 57 for the low, and our storm alert 7-day forecast. Mid-60s today and tomorrow. Cooler on Wednesday with a low of 39 and a high of 59, and then we'll drop down to 34 by Friday with a high of 44, and then some rain showers and warmer weather moving back in for your weekend, guys.
All right.
Wet and cold, man.
I know.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We should take the rain. We should be grateful for the rain.
I am grateful for the rain because it's not snow. Anytime it's not snow, I'm very grateful.
I kind of, all right, yeah.
70 degrees on Christmas, it's not snow.
There was nothing alarming about that in the slightest.
Yeah.
A Florida woman who loves her big pet alligator named Rambo will be allowed to keep him.
This story's weird.
Yeah, it is. As you can see, Mary Thorne carries Rambo around like
I can't.
like a child.
I can't.
She rescued the gator 11 years ago, got a license for him, and gave him a name.
Now Rambo lives in.
This is
you guys,
I got this one.
inside of her home. Now get this. He operates the TV remote. He also wears clothes.
What?
And he rides on the back of a motor. Like, who does this? He rides on a motorcycle. Officials have decided to let her keep Rambo. So Rambo is just now a house gator.
Of course.
And Mary says that he likes it that way because he's a little bit sensitive to direct sunlight.
What? First of all, that must be an uppity gator if it's only allowed to be inside.
It's an alligator. They live outside. That's what they do.
That's
what they do.
First of all, I wanted to see, I don't know if we have more video of it riding on the back of a motorcycle.
I don't know. She was carrying it like a baby and kissing it.
Or wearing in shorts in Florida, which I imagine are jorts. I would love to see video of the alligator wearing jorts if we could somehow see that happen.
Kiss an alligator? Like, you're just waiting for it to bite your face off.
Yeah, because they want to be back on the news later for a tragedy. We got more.